So let's go over MSNBC's sordid history with gaslighting Andrew Yang, with being exclusionary with Andrew Yang. What was one of the first ones? The first one was they just started keeping him out of chart after chart after chart. You would have Andrew Yang polling at 2 or 3%, and then they would show people who were polling at 1%. But Andrew Yang would magically not appear in the chart. And this happened multiple times on MSNBC. So they've taken this really exclusionary approach to Andrew Yang here. Just leaving him out of polls. They would set up the graphics and you'd see everyone's face up there. You wouldn't see Andrew Yang. You wouldn't see what he was polling at, and you wouldn't see his face or anything. Very exclusionary. Okay, and then the debates finally happened. At MSNBC. Remember, they hosted. And at the debates that they hosted, they had this episode where Andrew Yang's mic was turned off during a portion of the debate. Very strange, very weird. Okay, so there's a lot of weird stuff going on here with Andrew Yang. We've already identified a few things. Sometimes you could say, oh, there's the benefit of the doubt. Oh, it's just incompetence. Because if anyone's incompetent, I believe MSNBC is incompetent at being effective at news journalism, period. Okay? So there is a benefit of the doubt floating around. But this third time is just ridiculous. Who is Andrew Yang? Okay, so Ari Melber at The Beat ran a piece about Andrew Yang being at an event, crowd surfing, and at the bottom of the screen on the banner it said John Yang. Not Andrew Yang. John Yang. They can't even get his name right. Or they really don't care to get his name right. Which one is it? So we've identified three things here from MSNBC. Mike Gate, we all remember Mike Gate, and we all remember the multiple times they've left Andrew Yang out of their polling data. And now they're just calling him by a different name. Are we still in conspiracy here? Okay, or are these people incompetent? They are incompetent. I'll give them that all day. Mainstream media is incompetent with objective news journalism. They just are. So that's plausible. But there's just an invisible hand that is pushing against Andrew Yang here, okay, at MSNBC. Okay, other news outlets, I'm sure they have their spats with covering Andrew Yang in a shady way. But MSNBC is by far and away the most obvious. They could not be more obvious in their blatant attempts to obfuscate, to be exclusionary, to be misleading. There's no realm of conspiracy. We've started in conspiracy and we've moved to reality at this point, because there's just no way one could say this is just, oh, well, these things happen. No one can say that. No one can say these things are accidental. The best I'm willing to go here is that MSNBC is incompetent, like I said. MSNBC is very incompetent to report objective news. So it could be that, but at the same time, we know the Democratic establishment wants nothing to do with Andrew Yang. They want nothing to do with populist outsiders who are going to come into their party, okay, because they do things their way. They're not going to have people like that. They did this to Bernie in 2016. We all saw it. We all witnessed it. We all know what happened to Bernie Sanders. So this is the same trajectory as 2016. It's the same type of stuff. Nothing has changed from 2016. And they're just blatant about it. These are blatant acts against Andrew Yang because they don't like outsiders. That's all this is. So, what are your thoughts about this? Let me know down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, click the bell, and I'll meet you down there.